climbing the slick country road. The dump truck lost traction, slid backwards, tumbling over the edge and into the thick forest below. Nine hours into a mountainside recovery.
Take a little more, Ted.
The mission crew
Take her a bit more, Dylan.
has reached a critical stage.
We're gonna have a problem getting this over the top because the cliff is almost vertical.
The wreckers are in a deadlift and reaching their limit.
That's about it.
Hold there. I am.
To crest the road,
We're in a bad spot right now.
Ken needs a new strategy.
We're gonna try moving the wrecker, repositioning him a bit.
But to move Dylan's truck,
It's a lot of weight there.
Ted's 25-ton must hold the entire load. Ted's wrecker is holding steady.
Let's put a safety line on. I think we should.
We have to switch some of the winch lines around to get a better grab on this truck.
But as Dylan disconnects,
Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
That scared the out of me.
after the close call,
Just got mad.
another line is added from Dylan's wrecker. With everything on the line,
Hold there, Ted.
Ken has an idea.
I think what we gotta do is get a lift on this.
Yeah.
Pull on the back end.
Yeah, drop the front end and pull the back end over.
Once you start pulling on that, it's a point of no return.
There you go.
Intensity level is right up to the top.
No,
Whoa, 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 whoa. You gotta roll the truck.
get out of that way.
I'm worried that this isn't gonna hold the load.
Even with extra rigging, the extreme angle and massive weight have brought the recovery to a grinding halt.
Okay.
Dylan has a bold idea.
Hey, Ted. We're gonna bring it out the same way it went in.
Yeah.
Get more distance from the wreck. Dylan moves farther down the road.
Get into a line where I can pull the hardest I possibly can.
With truck 90 pulled ahead and winching from a wider angle, the two wreckers will try to lift and turn the unit back onto the road. But Ken knows
That ain't gonna work.
it's high risk.
This way it comes out the way it went in.
We're right at the toughest part of the pull. That's a lot of strain.
Oh, we'll see.
There is doubt, but you have to play the cards you're given. It's all or nothing. I'm gonna go for it.
Watch those cables. Scared the out of me.
There's a new problem. The wreck is threatening to roll.
We're getting very close to tipping the truck over here.
The dirt shifts or a rock moves, and next thing you know, it rolls down.
Hold it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, hold on, Dylan.
Ken stops the pull to counter the tilt.
Why can't we go around that with a chain?
And one line is moved to the high side.
Oh, it's a battle, this one. This is the ones you remember, jobs like this. Oh, this got you right up in the air. Easy, you're going too fast for him. Okay, hold it a sec.
Let's get this other line to the back corner.
Yep, you're right, Ted, I agree.
At this point, the communication isn't clear. It's not gonna help the situation.
Pull.
Take your top line off. Hold it, Dylan, hold it, Dylan. Whoa. Craig, the truck's right off the ground here, ready to flip, so just watch it. I want out first, hang on.
Tell him to take as far as he can.
Let me get out of here.
I just go to put my leg over, he starts pulling again.
I got a little bit more.
Let me get out, that's what I just said. Whoa, the truck's going up. Whoa.
I'm right in the middle of the bite. That cable breaks, it take off your leg.
Dylan, hold it. Just let me get out of here first.
Come on out.
That's what I asked for last time, that's all.
With Ken safely out of the way, Ted and Dylan can see the finish line.
There's no turning back. We got to bring this thing up to the road.
Is he pulling it forward a bit?
Finally,
Okay, blocks of wood.
after nearly losing it all, the impossible recovery is over.
Oh my gosh, am I glad to see this.
We did her.
Good job, buddy.
The last play of the night brought it home.
Dylan's gamble paid off.
The tractor trailer entered the tight corner too fast, scraped along the concrete no-post, and flipped over the barrier. Near Merritt, night has fallen,
Just stack them out there. Straight in.
and the reliable crew
We're almost done, boys.
has the last of the salvageable cargo
Good.
out of the wreck.
Good enough.
We've transferred the load and on its way back to the yard.
Now, Dylan and the team
Pretty destroyed.
must recover the flimsy trailer.
There isn't much left in the structure of it.
Between the doors and the roof and the walls, it's all blown out.
Nothing's gonna be easy.
But first, they need to move it closer to the road. With only one wrecker on scene, they'll run 2 lines to the rear axle and drag the trailer to the pavement.
Yeah, give her.
It's a mess to clean up once you start breaking those walls apart. So we want to keep it all together as best as possible.
But at any moment,
Whoa.
the plan
How's that roof holding up?
could fall apart.
There's no structural integrity left to this trailer.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Cam drags it across the field.
Top line 2 at the same time. Keep going.
And miraculously, the trailer
Beautiful.
is in one piece.
That looks good, buddy.
Perfect.
Now the collapsed wreck must come over onto its wheels.
The major concern here with the flip is to support that far side wall. It's compromised. It's falling apart.
Cam moves the wrecker into position, but the trailer is not completely empty.
There's stuff that's not salvageable anymore, so we're gonna leave it in there. Whether that wall holds together or not, that's something we're gonna find out.
Top line, top line. Keep going, buddy.
Now barely holding together, the wreck is on the road.
Didn't come over as nice as possible, but it's the best thing we can hope for.
But the front end
Hey, Cam, hold.
is not fully on the pavement. With one wall ready to collapse and a single wrecker holding on, Dylan has an idea.
Just gonna come in here with a bobcat and push the wall in.
If we had another wrecker there, we could use another line to pull it back, but
Just see if you can tuck it in.
we're sort of stuck.
Using the small loader, it's up to Chase to hold the crumbling wall.
It's literally the smallest machine you can possibly have doing heavy recovery out here with.
Being under any suspended load, it's a dangerous spot for him.
Dylan wants me to do it. I'm gonna do it.
We're gonna redo that chain.
You want me to stay here holding this?
Yeah, stay right there.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong. The trailer wall buckles and lands on top of the Bobcat.
That's as much lift as I got.
Chase holds up the battered wall,
Pull it over like 2-3 feet.
while Dylan adds another line
Pull that way.
from the only wrecker on site.
We're trying to close it in a bit more, getting landing gear on the road here.
Cam continues to pull.
Everybody should be able to back up.
And Dylan needs the Bobcat for one final maneuver.
To the front end. Pick underneath the fifth wheel plate and push it that way.
Lift the trailer the last few feet to the road
Go ahead, lift up.
and get its landing gear on solid ground.
Stop there, Chase. 1 second.
We got to prop them up with supports.
Drop her down, Chase.
Yep.
The trailer
Beautiful.
can finally be towed away.
Let's throw a strap over that wall if we can.
I feel good about my team
Push it out.
and the way this wreck went out.
Good.
A recovery from the deck of a barge. The car was climbing a back road when it skidded off the edge, tumbling 300 feet. Before slamming into a tree, escaping a 70-foot plunge into the waters below. Incredibly, the driver survived.
He's really lucky. That could have been total different story.
It was Dylan who scouted the job and floated the idea to use a barge.
We're going to be recovering the vehicle down the hill instead of up the hill.
High above the lake, a third operator is part of the plan.
Somewhere up here on the left-hand side. Jeez, that's a long ways down.
Now Ryan must scale down the 70-degree slope to rig to the wreck.
I'm gonna be using a 600-foot line.
I'm one of the only drivers who can actually rappel.
But even for an experienced climber,
Holy.
descending the nearly vertical slope is a risky task.
We gotta make our way down slowly and carefully.
Ryan has a climbing gear on, but it is still a very dangerous spot.
Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Whoa! Ryan.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's to the left of me here.
Safely at the wreck,
Man, that guy must have went for a hell of a ride.
Ryan spots Dylan below and tosses a line. But Dylan
Right now, we're in the landing zone.
Yeah,
and Ken
and just you winch it with one and you let it down with the other.
view the job from opposing angles.
I don't see this car bouncing. That's the only thing.
Well, I can see it coming through here, hitting really bad.
Operating the 1-ton from the barge, Dylan wants to use a single winch line to pull the car down. But for more control, Ken wants to add a second line for a softer landing. With Ken's overarching concerns,
Let's hook a safety line and be safe.
Dylan is overruled.
I'd sooner be safe than sorry.
Feed that out to me, Ken.
Dylan gets on board
Whatever it takes to get the job done.
and climbs up to help Ryan rig. Ryan and Dylan rig on a tough angle.
See the trailer hitch in the back end?
Yeah.
Yeah, rocker to the trailer hitch.
And even with the security of 2 lines,
Ah, you're good there.
gravity rules.
when you're pulling a vehicle up a hill, if anything goes wrong, it falls away from you. Worst case scenario, in this situation, it lands on top of you.
Dylan works the controls.
Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, car's moving!
The car still clings to the tree.
When you see that line go tight, that's when we start letting her go down.
But as it turns,
Spinning it around, hey?
the wreck
Easy.
could go for a ride.
Once you free it from there, that car can come down like a toboggan.
Here it comes. Heads up! Okay, hold it.
The car is now facing down, and one line is still holding.
There you go.
Ken's plan to avoid a hard landing is working.
He convinced me to elevator the vehicle down to the barge.
Like a pulley system, one line secured to a tree will lower the car, while another line gently pulls it down the bank.
Coming right to the edge now.
You're nervous that it's not going to go off the way you want it to.
Holy smokes, look at that.
We could have a bit of a slide come down.
There she is. There we go.
The wreck is on the barge.
Not every day you see a recovery like this.
But the car is still upside down.
Go to the backside, this side, Ken.
Oils, gas could leak out. It goes into the lake.
There we go.
And the ramp is just 15 feet wide.
Okay. Pick your back one now.
We don't have a whole lot of room, and we got water on each side.
Don't go off, don't go off. Let her down, look.
Ken and Dylan have little margin for the last maneuver. To bring it home, Ken takes the controls.
Sitting around, it's not me.
Keep going, straighten it right out so it's straight.
And Mission Towing's first barge-based recovery sails into the books.
Okay.
There's a big truck inside it.
The carnage
Looks like the trailer was split almost in half.
is staggering.
It's like devastation. Boxes 40 feet one way, 60 feet the other way.
And the frozen cargo
French fries.
is scattered all over. The reefer truck was traveling south when it crossed over into oncoming lanes and rolled violently, ripping apart the tractor from the trailer. Arriving on scene to oversee the recovery
These guys are just going over there and then you can get through.
is Dylan Greenwood.
Priority number one is to get this thing cleaned up. That's my job here, to get that thing onto its wheels and out of the way.
Throw that other line to the back end.
Team Reliable quickly rigs to the tractor.
That works for me. Pull.
Using the 50-ton heavy, they begin to straighten it out, keeping Cam at the controls.
One thing I like is fast results.
To keep momentum, Dylan re-rigs
Boom up.
without repositioning the wrecker.
Dylan's decided that it's better for us. And when he's talking, I want to be listening.
Winch in.
But for the shortcut to work,
You're looking good.
the damaged roof
It's slid down the highway pretty far on its roof already.
must hold together.
Just watch that roof. It might give way, it might not.
finish the roof up.
Dylan's gamble is a minor setback.
We did cause more damage, but either way, the roof cap's getting replaced. Our plan B is going to throw to the axles and we'll upright it.
Dylan gives Cam a few pointers.
It's a good feeling when Dylan's out there with you. He's got a lot of experience.
Just so it doesn't come off.
Okay, I got you.
With the rigging secure,
Go.
Cam is back on the controls.
Go with this line here.
And this time,
Yeah. Ready?
I love that.
Dylan's plan pays off.
Comes over nicely. Easy for Cam to tow it off the highway.
Cam quickly preps the tractor
Okay.
There's one lane open.
to haul it back to Merritt. 6 hours later,
It's gonna take hours to clear that mess up.
Dylan is back at the scene of last night's crash.
There's not much you can do with French fries that are thawing on the side of the highway.
The digger gets to work. And minutes later,
Gonna like a wreck in the morning.
Cam arrives back on scene. Instead of trying to save the trailer,
Just smash it.
they're going to tear it wide open.
The walls are already compromised. It's falling apart.
The excavator now has better access,
Ministry guy.
but a highway official has a new concern.
I don't want to see you guys get hurt. Yeah, I'll stay on this side. No problem.
Highway says they don't want us impeding traffic.
Reliable must make the entire recovery happen
We have to be behind the fog line.
on the shoulder of the road.
It's a little bit more challenging.
That might be a little tricky.
We want to speed up the recovery process.
We'll roll it onto its wheels, back onto the road.
Start working on it, get it going.
Forced to land the trailer inside the fog line, a high line will be rigged to the rear axle to try and roll the entire wreck in one piece.
That's not the most ideal situation.
But the mountain of cargo
I don't know if we have enough.
weighing down the wall
Hey, Dylan,
has a firm grip on the trailer.
it's pulling me into the ditch.
The trailer just doesn't want to flip.
Dylan jumps into an excavator to divide and conquer.
We're gonna have to help the floor detach and what's left of the walls.
But the stubborn wall won't break free.
It's a constant fight. Everything's a struggle today. Is that all you got to push?
Dylan and Cam add a second line
Give her.
Sometimes you have to adapt and overcome.
to muscle the trailer
Come on, girl.
onto its wheels.
Make sure you bring this line in too at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But Cam
Keep going hard on that top.
must stick the landing.
Where's it gonna land when it lands though?
Right on the fog line.
Next to a live lane,
We do not want it to land into active traffic.
there's no room for error.
Watch yourself, watch yourself.
The trailer wall breaks free,
Bit more?
and the fry wreck
That's what we wanted.
hits the mark.
Finally.
We landed right where we wanted it to.
The precision job is complete,
You can drop your bin right here and start working.
and the cleanup crew removes the rest of the cargo.
But at the end of the day, you don't want any more French fries.
Watch full episodes on the Weather Channel and the Weather Channel TV app.